What is going on, everybody? It's Sean the Saiyan here, back with another video. Sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while. It's just been busy with a lot of stuff going on. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I'm currently in the mix of moving. As of recording this, next week is when my move is, so just been busy doing that. So that's why this is probably gonna be the last video of this month, just because I have that going on. And then right after the move, I'm going to be out of town for Gen Con. So I've been practicing a lot, just haven't been uploading a lot, which is unfortunate, but life is life. But I figured I'd get one last video in, and then I have plenty of more content coming out in August with Gen Con in the OP07 format. I've been really enjoying this format. The meta's a lot slower than it's been in a while, and I really enjoy that. You know, red purple law is still pretty huge, but there's a lot of different decks. There's a good variety now. I feel like One Piece has finally achieved kind of that good variety that we've been wanting for a while, because if you've been playing since OP01, it was red dominant for a while, but you know, I think that now there's a good variety. You know, you can pick up a deck and still like consistently play and like win, even for sure locals. Now regionals and like other events like Treasure Cups, it's a little bit different. You kind of can't really play exactly what you want. You kind of have to pick a deck that is in the top tier. So, but we're going to talk about Lucci, and I'm also going to cover Moria a little bit, because Moria was my deck in OP06. I really enjoyed Moria. I thought he was a lot of fun, and Moria still is good, but Lucci is just a little bit better. It just has a little bit more consistency. There's just a lot. It's just faster. It's faster at removing stuff, which is what makes Black just super powerful. And I feel like with Moria, you know, you can build a board a little bit faster, but you just have less ways of KOing stuff, you know, with Absalom, Lucci, and this is updated, you know, with E-bans, so greater option and, you know, is no longer. But so I had to edit the deck a little bit, and I think that there were some lists that were running the Isho and the Sakazuki, and those are solid choices as well. But yeah, this is just kind of the Moria list that I ended kind of OPO like towards the bans with. And like I said, I still enjoy the deck, but we're going to go ahead and get into Lucci. So my Lucci list is a little bit different. It's more of the Navy stuff. It's like a Navy build, which I really enjoy. I know obviously the CP cards are also super strong and super good, but just kind of wanted to put a little twist on it. And I've seen a couple other lists that are kind of similar to this. I think there was one in one of Eggman's tournaments that's kind of similar, but yeah, so we're going to kind of go over just a little bit and do some games. But I think Lucci is a ton of fun. Now, the main issue with Black is Black just gets destroyed by Black-Yellow Luffy, because they can just loop the Sabo effect and get past the whole KO effects. So yeah, so Black-Yellow Luffy is definitely going to be something that you're going to want to practice for if you plan on playing Black in any big tournament or even at locals, you know. So that's really the only downside to Black in this format, is that it just gets super skill checked by Black-Yellow Luffy. So, but other than that, Black is really strong. It's definitely up there. But let's go ahead and get into the list. But before we do that, guys, if you are new here, please like and subscribe. Like I said, this is going to probably be my last video of the month, but I'll have plenty of more content. Definitely a lot of content covering Gen Con, because I'm super excited about that. But let's go ahead and get into it. We are running 3 of the Brooks. Super good. On play when attacking, give up to one of your opponent's characters -1 for this turn, then KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 0 or less. So, I mean, you want to play this knowing that you're going to be able to KO something, because, I mean, the fact that it gives it -1 is really, really good. So it's a standard, and it's an EB01, and this card's kind of starting to skyrocket a little bit. So if you haven't picked up your Brooks yet, I'd probably pick them up now, because I guess EB01 is not going to get reprinted. But a lot of lists run 2. I'm running 3 because I just want a little bit more ways to KO stuff. I just felt like I wasn't seeing them as much. But yeah, Brook is super good. And Kuzan, so you know, Kuzan's been around for a while. On play, draw 1 card, give up to one of your opponent's characters -4 cost during this turn when attacking. So the when attacking is just insane. You know, once he comes on the board, your opponent's going to immediately want to get rid of it. So if he sticks, it's a game changer. If he doesn't, which a lot of the times they'll just go immediately after it, then, you know, you at least got a card draw and a free block. but just running 2 because, you know, it is a dead card in hand, but still a solid card. We got the 6 cost Sakazuki. I think this card is really good in this format because 6 cost 7k, on play, trash 1, K up 20 of your opponent's characters with the cost of 5 or less. So that just gets rid of a lot of different 5 costs. So, and also it's a 7k, so it's a little bit out of range, and it's a 6 cost, so it's a little bit more annoying to get rid of, like for Red Purple Law and a couple other decks. But I think this card is really good in this format, and it's just it's just more removal for this deck. So only running 2. Then we got 3 Surus. Really good to play off of Moria, or if you want to hard cast it and use it for Lucci to KO something else, it's just really good. I mean, almost all black decks run like some type of Navy 2k counter, and Suru's solid. Got 2 Borsellino. I mean, obviously one of the best blockers in the game, super sticky. Your opponent's going to want to get rid of it right away. And I mean, it's really good in the mirror match. Borsellino is just an absolute need in the mirror match. And it's a really good turn 2 play if you can't do anything else. You know, you're forward on turn, swing, minus something, and then, well, you can't minus anything with it, but yeah, just kind of building that wall, just building the wall to make your opponent just more nervous. But yeah, really good in the mirror. And then this is another card like the Sakazuki card that's kind of made a comeback in this format. That's Isho. So Dawn 1, all your opponent's characters get -3 of their cost. Super good. On play, if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, trash 2 cards from your opponent's hand. So that's also really good. Yeah, it's an 8 cost 9k, so it's pretty hard to get rid of. I mean, obviously they can Ice Age it and then get rid of it. Like Black-Yellow Luffy can Ice Age, then Rocket Luffy and KO it. It's still really solid if it sticks on the board. And in a lot of cases it will. It's just certain scenarios like that. Then we got 4 Virgo. I mean, it's just kind of a 2k counter, searchable through brand new, so don't really have a lot to say about it, but just more 2k. Then we got brand new. Obviously, you know, this is also really good early game, getting stuff in our trash and just kind of keeping that engine going, and also playing it off of Moria's effect. We got 4 Sabos, which, I mean, this card is just like everywhere in this format. I mean, if you're playing black, you're more than likely running at least a couple, like at least 3 or 4 Sabos. So again, Black-Yellow Luffy, being able to loop it, but just refresh our hand, and just really this is the last thing you want to do on your turn, because you want everything to get affected by that non-KO effect. Now, there are ways around it, and I'm going to kind of go into that a little bit more when we talk about the Nightmare Luffy card. We got 4 Rebekahs. So I know in the CP build, Rebekah is really good because you can go Rebekah, I think Rebekah Spondent Lucci. So sadly, we can't do this with this deck, but we can still play Brook off of it and possibly KO something, and it's just a 4 cost blocker. The only downside is it's really bad in the Red Purple Law matchup because it's a 0 cost, so it's just an instant bottom deck. Other than that, it's a pretty solid card, so I'm only running 2. We got 3 Luchis. Again, more just ways to KO stuff. I'm only running 3 because I think 4 is a little too clunky. Definitely good for hard casting. Hard casting or playing it off a Moria effect is both really good, and it's just a really good card early game, just being able to remove stuff. It's pretty good in the mirror too, I'd say. So just running 3. Of course, we have the GOAT himself, Gecko Moria, which, I mean, is just a staple in black now. I mean, you don't know what this is. Choose up to 1 4 cost or less and 1 2 cost or less, and play one of them active, and then play the rest remaining rested. Super good. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty sticky. I mean, they can Ice Age it. So yeah, when this is on the board, that's kind of when the deciding factor is. It's like, okay, I need to get rid of this. If it sticks, your opponent's gonna have a huge advantage depending on the situation. But yeah, I mean, when Moria comes down on your field, it's kind of a game changer. And it's kind of like getting to that point where it's like, okay, I really need to figure out what I'm gonna do if I can get rid of this Moria. But yeah, absolute GOAT. Probably the best card in this deck. Then we have the Nightmare Luffy card. So when attacking, trash up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less, then play any number of character cards with a cost of 4 from your trash at the bottom of your deck in any order. And then when you do that, this character gains plus 1,000 power for every 3 cards. So going back to the Sabo, this gets past the Sabo KO, at least on the sim it does. But yeah, it's super good in a Black-Yellow Luffy, so that's one of the reasons to run it. But also it's really good late game. So, you know, if you know you're going to go up against some Black-Yellow Luffys, definitely put like 1 or 2 of these in there. So super solid card. We have the 8-cost Savos. So this card's obviously really good late game. It's just more removal. I know that a lot of lists in the 08 format are cutting it to get rid of, I think, to put the Jack card in, but for this format, it's pretty good. I wouldn't run more than 2. I think 2 is probably the sweet spot for this one. I mean, it's also really good. You know, if you have nothing else to play, you can play it off Moria. And I mean, it's just a way to get minus stuff and also 2K, and it's searchable off brand new. So it's been around for a minute. Don't really have a lot to say about it. Then Helmeppo, another card that you can play off of Moria and searchable through brand new. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -3 to their cost. So pretty standard black stuff, so don't have a lot to say about it. 3 Ice Age. I know that Black-Yellow Luffy has started to run this a lot in this format to get rid of the Zoros and the Morias and just bigger units like that. I was running 4. I cut down to 3 to put, I think I put one more Brook in, just because I was getting it a little too much in hand and wasn't able to use it as much. Just running 3. And we got the 6 King Pistol, which is like any other 0-cost event. You trash a card, gets plus 3,000. Because I'm not running 12 2Ks in this deck, so 2 kind of helps with that. We have Tempest Kick, so draw 1 card after this. If your trash has 10 or more cards, give up to your opponent's characters -3. So it's a good 1-cost event. It's a good way to kind of get more cards in hand and give something -3. Only running 2 because I don't use it as much as I thought I would, but it's still a solid card. 3 Ennie's Lobbies, which, I mean, yeah, you want to see this as early as possible. So activate main, you may rest the stage. If your leader has CP, give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 to their cost. So yeah, you want to see this as early. You usually mulligan to try to have this in your hand just so you're able to just, you know, start minusing and KOing stuff as soon as possible. Again, once you find it, then the rest are just kind of dead cards in hand, but you can trash it. You know, you could trash it off of Sabo to save yourself from like 2Ks or 1Ks to kind of keep your hand not too much bricks in hand. That is my Lucci list. Again, it's a little bit different, but I'm going to kind of show you guys what makes this a little bit more special than just regular Lucci lists. But let's go ahead and get into it.
A few moments later.
Okay, Whitebeard. This should be interesting. We'll mull. Okay. Yeah, not the best starting hand, but we can do something with it. And turn 1, done 1 pass. Again, can't do a lot. There's not a lot that we can do. I think we're just gonna go all in. Gonna get some stuff in our trash. And maybe get some cards out of hand. Maybe. Takes it. We're still at 5. He's at 4. Yeah, he's got a ton of cards in hand. We'll go ahead and take it. And yes, we are going to trigger that. You wanted that earlier. We got 4 Dawn up. Oh, that card's really annoying. Yeah. Try. Minus that. You can at least get cards out of his hand. We're still not able to KO it. Okay. Rook, see if he brings it back. He doesn't. Okay, and then we will pass. I feel like Whitebeard would probably not have a good matchup into this deck, but I haven't really tested with it, so this should be interesting. But I'm gonna guess it does not do well. That's annoying. Totally forgot about that Izzo. Gonna go 7. 5. And get 3, 2. And then if we play Suru, or not Suru, we can play Shigi. Get it down. We don't have enough in our trash quite yet. We'll give that -2, bring it to 3. That'll bring it to 2. We just need to get it down 1 more. And yeah, she'd be able to do that. We're gonna set. So the question is, because I could use Lucci to do it, but I kind of want to wait. I can pop some bigger stuff. Okay. I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're also gonna have to put. Oh, okay. That was a misplay by my bad. That was a misplay. Okay. But let's do this. Okay, we could still play brand new. So we're gonna do this, KO that. Yeah, I forget. I forget Whitebeard's a 6K sometimes just because I don't see it as much, at least not at our locals, but still a really good deck, or at least it was. I don't think as quite as good. Okay. Got a card out of hand. Okay, and then it looks like the rest is going in the trash. We're gonna pass. And I can tell you immediately, he's gonna go for the Brook right away. More than likely. Or the Suru. Or not the Suru, the Tashigi. If he plays something with Rush, he's probably gonna go after the Brook and then the Tashigi to kind of slow down the engine a little bit. We're not too far behind in hand size. He's got 9, we got 7. But yeah, a Borsellino blocker would also be ideal, just to kind of add a little bit more security on the board. But sadly, we do not have one. Do we have one in trash? Doesn't look like it. We play Moria. Play the Lucci. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna play something with Rush. He's probably gonna go after the. Yep, he's gonna go after the Brook. And we're gonna let it go. I think, okay, so we'll have 10 cards in hand. But yeah, we'll let it go. So we'll be at 9 Dawn. I could play. Oh yeah, and we can KO it. So we're in a pretty good spot. Just curious if he's gonna play a Rush Zoro or something else. Okay, no. He's just got rad beams for days. But we can for sure KO. Do that. Yep, we got a Lucci in trash. And really, against Whitebeard, you just really want to keep swinging. Like, even just keep putting pressure on him, just because this is the main thing that we're going to have to tackle. Is we're just going to have to get that down. Okay. Okay. And yeah, we're definitely going to play. Yeah, because we can't KO it. Yeah, we'll play Lucci. Oh, that's the only one we can play. Oh well, that's fine. And we'll go ahead. Oh, we got one more. We'll KO that. I'm gonna pass. We got a 9k and a 6k on board, so the question is he gonna play the 9-beard? Yep, there it is. Now, this is going to be a little tricky. We're going to go ahead and let that go. We'll see if we can do it. So the question is, can we get it down to at least 2? So, it'd be 7, 5, 4. If we play that, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. I think we can do it. I think we might be able to do it. So let's go ahead. Oh, misplay. Damn it. Thought we had. Well, that is unfortunate. Let's try this. We play 2 Surus. Get it down to 4. Let's go ahead and do this. Brand news, so 6. That's at 5. Or no, it's at 3. Okay, so yeah, we can do it. We'll just have to swing it live. And obviously nothing's gonna happen. And then let's go ahead and that to the bottom, that to the bottom. And that to the bottom. KO that. Perfect. And then go ahead, swing out. So we're still able to do it. A little bit of a misplay on my part. Okay. We're gonna pass. And who knows? He might go after the Moria. I was a little iffy, but I also kind of just want to get that hand size down. But he also could play another one. So we'll see. Which that would be annoying. But it's 5 or less. That'd be 3. That'd get it down to 6. Okay, he's gonna play ace. And yeah, he's probably gonna go after the Moria because he's at 6. He might Fire Fist, maybe. We're gonna keep it alive because really, what we're probably gonna do is put 1 Dawn on Lucci, the leader, and then go 6, 6, 6, 3 6s, and then put all the rest of our Dawn on Moria. Okay, and he really wants him dead. Yeah, unfortunately, we won't be able to get out of that one. So, yeah, because okay. Got 8 cards in hand. Let's see, 8 cards, 6 cost. It'll be 16, 8, 10, 12, 14. I think we're probably good. I think we're good to go for game. And we don't need to do leader effect. We'll see if we got it. We'll see. We might have a rad beam up. Okay, nope, that's game. GG's. So there's a couple of misplays, but I mean, we're still at 2 life. So yeah, I don't think Whitebeard really has a good matchup into this deck, but let's go ahead and move to game 2. 2 Morias in hand. Good lord. Okay. Go 8 into lead. Yeah, sadly we can't play anything. We'll go 8 into lead. Give that -1. We'll pass. Okay. Six into lead. Trash. Go 8 into lead. Take this one. We're gonna go ahead. 8. Can't pop anything right now. So it's a 5 cost. So I think what we're gonna do, we'll go 7 into Kuzan. Yeah, because this combo with that can make that a 2 cost. But yeah, we definitely need to get rid of it. It's gonna drop the Moria. Doesn't have any blockers though. And go after. Damn. No. Okay. So we have to go. We'll let that go. He's got 4 cards in hand? Okay. Yeah, sadly, we can't go for game quite yet. Let's see what we can do. Really, it's about building the board at this point. So we'll give that -2. Let's drop that. Just to get it to 7. Okay. KOs. Let's go ahead. Wave or so. Kuzan. Pass. I didn't want to swing life, so that way it makes him harder to swing out. Or harder for him to do leader effect, but it looks like he's going to do it because he had another Moria. Chooses not to swing. Interesting. It looks like he concedes because he had no counter in hand. Okay, interesting. So if he would have played Sabo, everything, and then I would have swung, trashed it off of leader, off of the combination, and then swing with everything, it would have been game because he has no counter in hand. Okay. So not swinging at life, I think, kind of helped. But yeah, there was nothing that he can do because those would go to the bottom of his deck. So yeah. So again, pretty close match. It's a tough matchup, but it is possible to beat Black-Yellow Luffy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, Pirates.